Hey friends, how you doing? Cater here on a beautiful day, my friend. I'm making this video today, guys. I want to speak about criticism. How do you deal with criticism? I know I've dealt with that issue a lot, and my life in the beginning, earlier years of my life, I didn't know how to deal with it. When I get criticized, I would get mad. So first of all, let's establish that there's two types of criticism. You must know that. Before you go hard, right? You go hard or you go home. You know what's gonna happen to yourself, guys. I can tell you can change your life. This one of them, one criticism is actually a good one. Is the criticism where the person is actually trying to help you. This is the type of criticism that is called a constructive criticism. Okay, with constructive criticism, the person that's criticized you, you must know who they are, right? It's usually a coach, it's usually a mentor, can be your friends, can be your mom, your dad, your pastor. More likely, these people, if you look at the intention, they usually have the intention for you to improve. They usually have a good intention in mind. Like a teacher will tell you, hey, this is how you need to correct yourself, or the coach will tell you, hey, if you work on that spot of your life, you're gonna get better. Now, this is constructive criticism. You gotta learn how to take it. If you find yourself having problem with constructive criticism, like I have coached a lot of people online on how to run the business, and certain things they would be doing would not be bringing them the results that they want. So I would criticize them and tell them, hey, this is how to do it right. The thing with constructive criticism, the intention is to do it better. It's to bring light to a subject, it's to bring light to you and help you grow. So if you find yourself having problem with constructive criticism, what you need to do is to become less sensitive. You need to grow thicker skin, because know that constructive criticism is what's going to help you grow. Okay, now the other criticism is a destructive one, so you need to make the difference. So you don't just say, hey, you hate being criticized. I don't mind people criticize me in a constructive way to help me grow. So you must look at the person who's doing the criticism. Now, there's what's called destructive criticism. Now, the intent behind destructive criticism is only to hurt you. This is where people, they kind of criticize you to make themselves look better, or to make themselves feel some type of way. Remember, whenever someone will try to criticize you, you must say to yourself, that cannot hurt you. Remember, words cannot hurt you until it's embedded in your thoughts. So only thoughts can hurt you. Now, I'm not saying word doesn't have power. It does, because if you have a kid and you keep, criticize them destructively, not constructive criticism. You always tell them they're not good enough. You always tell them they won't be nothing, they can't do nothing. That's destructively, criticizing them. So if they let that embed into their mind, they take that with them for the rest of their lives, they're gonna have a really low self-esteem. So until that word embedded in your mind, it cannot have any power upon you. So keep that in mind. Whoever's speaking, if it's something that is destructive, don't embed that in your mind. Don't take it as yours. Let me share a story with you, right? Confucius, a lot of you know Confucius. He was one of those Greek philosopher. And one day, someone came to him and said, hey man, you so ugly, you so stupid, you so dumb, why you talk all this philosophy crap? You the dumbest person in the world. And then he just shook his head, looking at him, criticizing him. So, and then, Confucius asked him a question, and he said that, let me ask you this question real quick. If someone come to your house and they bring you a gift, and you do not take the gift, who does the gift belong to? And he thought about it. He said, well, the gift stays with the person. It belongs to the person that did not, that brought the gift in. So Confucius said that, well, everything that you just said, they are not for me. Thank you, I don't want them. So, sometimes people will try to criticize you. What you really got to do is really keep it to them. That's their opinion, that's their mindset. And don't let that bring you down. So the whole thing with criticism, the way that I say for you to face it, you know, if it's people criticizing your goals, your dream, is to go out there and work on your goals anyway, because they said that the biggest revenge is massive success. So if you go out there and you massively become successful into whatever that you're trying to project, whatever that you have in the world that you want to do to make happen, those people, guess what, you're gonna end up having the last laugh. So these are the two types of criticism. So I say, you know, with destructive criticism, don't pay attention to it. You know, leave it to your criticizer, leave it to your haters or the people that's doing it. You know, grow thicker skin and develop yourself so that you can have self-love. That way, you know, you learn how to love your own self. You're not looking for confidence from someone else. Like, you're not looking for someone else to like your stuff or to say good things about you, in order for you to feel great about yourself, because you know your value, you know who you are, and you know what you stand for. That's where personal development comes into play, because, you know, confidence is really gonna be a big key to help you grow and becoming that person, and knowing that in your mind, hey, I know exactly what I stand for, I know exactly what I want. So that way criticism is not gonna bring you down. But anyway, guys, wanted to make this quick video for you on constructive and destructive criticism. Like this video, share it. If you do find any value, let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. That was Cater. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.